You don't have to wait until Friday because the God of Mischief is back in a new series that starts streaming today. That is Tom Hiddleston. He stars in Loki, and Eli is here with a look-see at a very special Wednesday appearance. Nice to see you on all of this, Eli.
Nice to see you.
So many Marvel fans we know on our morning news team, and of course, obviously elsewhere.
I heard.
And they are very keen to know about what happens to Loki. Things didn't turn out so well for Loki, the Marvel fans know. So where does this story pick up?
Okay, so those fans will know that Loki got his hands on a Tesseract, a magic cube, and escaped the Avengers during the events of the Endgame film. But that was the version of Loki from one of the first Marvel movies, the Avengers film. So much more evil, arrogant villain. So we catch up with him now, escaping from those Avengers. But before he can even cast a spell, there you see he's snapped up by the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, this mysterious organization that ensures the maintenance of the sacred time stream, following the orders of the timekeepers. Now Thor's wicked brother finds himself without powers and up on charges of contributing to time chaos. Let's take a look with Gugu Mbatha Raw as a judge trying to keep that chaos in order.
How do you plead?
Madam, a god doesn't plead. Look, this has been a very enjoyable pantomime, but I'd like to go home now.
Are you guilty or not guilty, sir?
Guilty of being the god of mischief? Yes. Guilty of finding all this incredibly tedious? Yes. Guilty of a crime against the sacred timeline? Absolutely not. You have the wrong person.
You gotta just relish him really working out that arrogance there. Now, it's worse than Loki being stuck in that drab jumpsuit. He could be erased, but it turns out that he might have a greater purpose. There's something else killing TVA agents, adding to the chaos. So Agent Mobius, played by, yes, Owen Wilson, decides to give Loki, the god of mischief, a chance to help them catch something even more dangerous. Now, it's a little tricky when you're trying to keep the god of mischief in check. Let's take another look.
It is adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me. I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
You're not big on trust, are you?
You can trust me.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Why never do it again?
So it's one of the pleasures is, I think Tom Hiddleston was always a highlight of these Marvel movies. We didn't get that much Loki. To see him really stretch his legs with this character is a lot of fun. I've had a chance to see 2 episodes so far.
And I mean, it is funny. I mean, what about this series makes it different from the other Marvel franchises, the other series that we can see?
You know what's interesting, Heather? Like, each of the series have had kind of an identity, even a tone of their own. You look at WandaVision, it started vamping on different kind of eras of sitcoms. Falcon of the Winter Soldier was more of kind of a buddy cop action film vibe with a look at race in America. The first thing that really sets this series apart is the look. This is footage from the 1980s film Brazil, and the world of TVA seems to be heavily influenced by this movie by Terry Gilliam. They may be one of the most powerful entities in the world, but their technology is analog, all little push buttons. And then what better way to really give you that sense of that retro feel than the color scheme? And this is footage from Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Again, you see in the new Marvel series, these wonderful kind of mustard yellows and browns. It all adds up to this kind of Kafka-esque sense of absurdity that Loki finds himself trapped in. So keep those visuals in mind. And then let's take a look at this scene where Loki is getting processed.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
What?
Sign this too.
Oh, this is absurd.
And this.
there you go. You really see, I think, the influence of Brazil there, and also that color scheme. Now, the other thing that really makes this difference is Owen Wilson himself. I mean, part of the pleasure of Loki are the contrasts. Loki himself is an almost kind of Shakespearean kind of character, this man with boundless appetites and ambitions who feels the universe has wronged him. Now, what better way to play off against that than to invite a wedding crasher, Owen Wilson himself. He might have the gray hair and the mustache, but he still has this kind of delightfully down-to-earth tone. Just a guy trying to do his job, loves jet skis and keeping the Time Lords happy.
You're selling it. I mean, I'm loving it listening to you lay it all out. I mean, what did you think? You said you've seen 2 episodes. What do you think of it so far, about where it goes?
Very promising. I think the big question is where it goes. Like, we know Marvel is getting ready to unleash a lot of weird, wonderful stuff, a new Spider-Man movie, Doctor Strange, The Eternals. And so any series that opens like various branching timelines opens a world of possibilities. I love the look. I love the colors. I love Loki in a jacket and tie looking more like some retro IT maintenance employee than a supervillain. I hope they keep it weird. I want the Doctor Who of the Marvel Universe, the jumps and the strange realities. If this becomes just another cat and mouse game with another supervillain, I think that will be a wasted opportunity. But 2 episodes in, I would say it looks very promising. 3.5 stars out of 5 so far.
Ooh, sounds good. Okay, Eli, thank you very much.